weekend, grab you, grab your fellas or your wives, and get ready for the gram. Grab you some drinks, some smoke, and get ready for the three banger. We got a 6 game banger, but we're gonna split it up to three each. So all right, see y'all in 10 minutes. Yo, what's up, Jacqueline? The brushes are so. The brushes are so annoying and uncomfortable, but it may help my top teeth be aligned correctly. Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. Go pop me some popcorn real quick. Living with the mayhems, what's poppin', fam? Miss you, my boy. Drop that 100%, dude. Yeah, y'all got 10 minutes kick in. Y'all got 6 minutes left. I'll be back next week. The 27th, I know. Thanks, Livin with the Mayhands. What's up, boy? I love you, nigga. Y'all got 5 minutes. Thank you, Jacqueline. Hope y'all enjoy the game. Y'all got uh, y'all got 4 minutes left. Somebody's watching me. Oh man. Alright, y'all. Since y'all on board, I'm finna give y'all the 6-game rundown. Got 3 minutes. I'm finna give y'all the 6-game rundown, okay? For today. We is away. Let me see. February 7th. February 8th, we in New York playing the New York Knicks. February 10th, we's in Charlotte, North Carolina to play the Hornets. February 13th, we back home. That's the first 3-game banger. Yep, we got Denver Nuggets. Valentine's Day, we played New Orleans Pelicans. February 18th, we played Detroit Pistons. And February 19th, we played Utah Jazz. So that's the 6-game block today. So we finna get it in. Y'all got 2 minutes to get you some popcorn, some drink, some smoke, you know, because we finna get into this game. Y'all got a minute. Don't worry about it. You'll be all right. Final seconds. Let's get into this game. we have LA Lakers versus the New York Knicks.
Visiting the Los Angeles Lakers. At point guard, Jalen Bucciafino. At power forward, Jared Vanderbilt. At forward, Rui Hachimura. At guard, Austin Reeves. At center, Anthony Davis. And now, please welcome your New York Knicks. At guard, at 6'4", 0, Dante DiVincenzo. At forward, at 6'7", number 8, O.G. Anunoby. At forward, at 6'6", number 1, Mikal Bridges. At center, at 6'8", number 30, Juke Toronto. At guard, at 6'2", number 11, David.
Oh no!
Make some noise for your New York Knicks.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. In this one, we'll see the New York Knicks against the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, our reporter, Allie LaForce. And now the Los Angeles starters. Vanderbilt and Davis patrol the paint. Then it's Austin Reeves, then it's Rui Hachimura, and it's Bucciafino in at the 1. And for New York, inside we'll see Anunoby and Randall. Brunson and DiVincenzo team up as the backcourt. And it's Bridges in at the small forward position. This is that grinded out part of the year, Grant. Everyone just fighting through it.
No question, BA. And it's not just physically exhausting. You're trying to focus on every game, every possession. This is where your leaders can help keep everyone focused.
Now Brunson knocks it loose. Going all the way to the rack. He's all alone. Throwing down on the breakaway jam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What? You mean the throw down at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Shot clock at 6. DiVincenzo on the wing. Three-pointer. Davis for the rebound. And so Davis will bring it up for Los Angeles. Coming into this, having notched a win against Boston in their last game.
And it wasn't just their starters putting in work. Their backups were real spark plugs on offense.
Absolutely, especially on the road when you need those guys off the bench to up the ante.
And New York has possession, following the score by the Lakers. Anunoby finds Brunson. And Hood-Schifino pulls it down. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Thanks, guys. The Knicks went all in this summer, trading with their rivals, the Brooklyn Nets, for Mikal Bridges, and reuniting a core that won collegiate championships together. They hope to replicate that success at this level, and now with perhaps the league's top defensive wing tandem, they'll have a chance.
Oh, big-time move. Shams, appreciate the report.
3 misses to start the game, still trying to break the seal on that hoop.
And book it for Vanderbilt.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Tom Thibodeau, and the point of emphasis in the game plan against Anthony Davis was to simply be more physical inside. Coach said we have to force him outside the paint and make him shoot those mid to long range shots. Sounds like they're willing to give up the outside shot to keep Davis from dominating the paint.
And Allie, thanks. On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew.
They call the timeout, y'all.
They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
And guys, it really was a thrilling duel all the way to the end. You hated to see anyone walk away the loser.
I tell you, it's too bad one of them had to lose because I thought both teams were evenly matched in that game.
Take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for OG Anunoby.
And the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. That's not what you want, and I'm sure it's something he's well aware of.
Now here's Randall, coming in off 21 points in his last outing. Here's Brunson. Here's Hood-Schifino, and it's flushed down. A nice jam. Oh boy, looks like he was injured there.
And you guys know that this is something every player worries about, no matter your age or your ability.
Yeah, you know, aside from some of the player protection rules, which have been of benefit, a lot of it just comes down to what the body can stand.
McBride, he's checked in for Jalen Brunson. Pass to DiVincenzo. Bridges against Hachimura. Here's Randall. And out of bounds, the Lakers will take it.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
Now here's Hachimura. He had 16 in the win against Boston.
And you know what? In that last game, he was also all over the place on defense, mucking up the passing lanes and getting all kinds of steals, too.
Here's McBride. The Lakers getting their last shot to go. Here's Hood-Schifino. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And New York has possession. The Lakers getting their last shot to go. Now outside McBride. Another steal. Pass to Hachimura. Driving in. From deep, Reeves. And Los Angeles, another three. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Lakers.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And something else I've noticed is how they've been able to cause turnovers and take advantage of them on the offensive end, not wasting those extra chances at all.
Now a timeout called by New York.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now. Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Making a change here. Hart's checked in. Woods checked in for Los Angeles. Christie comes in for Reeves. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. The Lakers lead by 20. Davis pass to Wood. He takes it in. And Wood with the stop.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused. Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
McBride with it. No points so far. Hook loose.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Outside. DiVincenzo. Can they get it? Rebounded by the Lakers. All right, time for an injury report. Let's check in with Allie LaForce for an injury update on Jalen Brunson.
I was able to catch up with New York's head athletic trainer. He said there's a bit of weakness in the wrist area, but so far no sign of any broken bones. While not severe, this is still a serious diagnosis that usually keeps guys off the court for a short period. Back to you.
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Grant.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle. And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
Now here's DiVincenzo. He's been contributing over 15 a game. Off target at the rim. And here's Davis. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Last time they met in Los Angeles.
They came away with an easy win last time, due in large part to their work on the glass. And, you know, one of the things about winning the physical battle like they did in that game, it gives you a lot of confidence going into the next meet. You know you can push this team around in the paint and win the physical battle.
The Lakers dominating the game. Into the lane. And Davis slams it home.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd. Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Here's Randall following the score by Los Angeles. 30 seconds left in the first. To win the job. They get it again. Out to DiVincenzo. Pass to Anunoby. 6 on the shot clock. And it's rejected.
Goodbye.
Outside Davis. Out to the wing. Here's Hood Chapino. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Pucciafino's got 17 points.
They've really built this team. I understand Phil's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for them later on.
And so it's Los Angeles just dominating the opposition as they maintain a 36-point advantage. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. To have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, the Lakers look pretty much in control here.
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled. And you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A.
Well, the conversation has to be between
Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
Inside, we'll see Anunoby and Randall. Mikal Bridges is out there with Cameron Payne, and it's Hart in at the small forward. That's the group for New York starting the second. And it's the Lakers on the break. And he jams it home with authority.
That's a terrific play by Reed from the moment he took off to the basket. No holding back at all.
And here's Payne. He's coming off a 19-point game against Indiana. Pass to Anunoby. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And as we start to wrap up voting, this list of contenders for the three-point contest begins to take its final form. And I got to say, this is an impressive collection of talent.
Yeah, it sure is, B.A. Every single one of these guys has a clean shot at taking home the trophy. They are all elite shooters from three-point range.
Well, you look at Brunson, he's going to need to move up this list big time to be part of the three-point contest. But he's got a shot.
Maybe, especially if he can get hot from beyond the arc. And he certainly has the ability to do so.
The voting is just about over. We'll keep you updated. This is just a tremendous list.
And each year that passes by, it becomes more and more difficult to pick a field. So many talented shooters in the NBA right now.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
The Knicks' style is defined by grit and physicality. Guard Dante DiVincenzo said, guys know, it's a way to stay on the floor. It's funny because when you have everybody doing it, you stand out more. When you're not doing it, you don't want to be that guy on film not playing defense, Brian.
You'll get called out for sure. It's a culture of effort, Allie. Thank you.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want. Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Now here's Randall. No made baskets yet. Pocket 6. To stop the run. That one rolls around and rims out.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way. You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot. They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers. And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Now here's Payne. Taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game. And stolen by Reeves. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Reeves has understated size for a guard, attacking that rim.
Payne against Reeves, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Already it's February. Let's see how things look out west. You take a look at the Lakers. They are holding down the #1 spot in the conference. Not a bad position to be in.
I think for Los Angeles, they've been a real Cinderella story for sure. It's clear they believe in themselves. That kind of camaraderie is so valuable to a team's success. And the credit belongs to them for what they did and didn't do during the offseason. I mean, they had a vision, they set it out, and they stayed true to it.
And that one Taylor stuffed right through.
Hey, we know it's hard to score in this league. Reeves knows that too. That's why he wants to score in transition whenever he can.
Now the Knicks with it. Their next game playing at home as the Grizzlies come to town. Knocked away. He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. You gotta love it. Ooh, putting on a show for the fans. Going up for the graceful reverse.
Oh, that had a little extra sauce on it, Grant.
A jaw-dropper emoji is what I look like right now. Incredible.
Here's Payne. And it's blocked by Davis.
If you don't know exactly where Davis is, he's going to deny your shot, so you got to be aware of his presence.
Anunoby passes to Randall. They get back on track. Right side Hart.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Over Vanderbilt. Missed it, even after all of those chances.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass. And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And the action on hold. It appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. And that's tough to see.
Yeah, that type of injury is always worrisome. Hopefully, he's okay. You're exactly right. I mean, the way it looks, what we have to hope for now is that somehow
The Lakers making a switch here. Hayes is checked in for Anthony Davis. Christian Wood comes in for Vanderbilt. Reddish is checked in for Hachimura. And Hood Chifino subbed in for Reeves. DiVincenzo comes in for Mikal Bridges. And it's McBride in for Payne. Los Angeles has gone a perfect 7 for 7 from deep in this one.
Give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team. Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Hayes with it. And McBride picks him up defensively. Outside Reddish. Over Anunoby. And again, it's the Lakers.
We see it happen again. They give the ball away, and it immediately hurts them. Yeah, that's been the pattern, guys. I mean, their turnovers not only killing their offensive flow, but fueling the fire at the other end. That's a losing combo.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. The Lakers getting their last shot to go. And here comes the break. On up the court. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Leaving absolutely nothing on the table right now. Their focus and execution has been outstanding. Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Now here's McBride. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Indiana. DiVincenzo with it. Hayes picks him up. They get it back. DiVincenzo pass to Randall. Got a piece of it.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well. Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clock. With the drive, takes the three, and the Lakers hit again from deep.
And at any level of basketball, the turnover differential can make all the difference. Value the possession. vital to winning basketball games. We all know that. And if you don't, you cripple yourself.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
That's a costly error. Let's see how they bounce back.
But you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Here's Hood-Schifino. And another three for the Lakers.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc. You see his confidence. Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if he was stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
And so it's Los Angeles, way out of reach with an enormous lead as we head into a break. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Well, Coach, this first half has been a struggle. What's been the problem?
Lack of intensity. We're back on our heels. They're attacking us and not getting much done.
Guys, they'll look to be the aggressor in the second half.
Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. The Lakers did not hesitate to set the pace. Seemingly flawless as the game got underway, they were knocking down shots and playing tough defense as they went on a 13-0 run. They came on extremely strong as the quarter was winding down, nailing all 6 of their last field goal attempts to close out the first. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with it. What do you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Lakers?
Well, when you pass the ball the way they have, I mean, this is the kind of scoring that you expect. The guys are in total sync, and the difference is the ball movement. I mean, they're moving the ball around, and it's striking.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
They really need to focus on finding quality shots. They can't create for themselves in the second half. Things will only get worse. And I'm talking about the high percentage looks, not contested threes.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. And it's the Lakers' ball. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Hornets at Spectrum Center in Charlotte. That'll be the last leg of a 6-game road trip for the club. And so in the game for the Lakers, they've got Jackson Hayes, Jared Vanderbilt out there with Rui Hachimura. Then it's Austin Reeves, and it's Hood-Schifino in at the point guard position. And stolen by Hayes. Hachimura, right side. Pass to Hood-Schifino. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Hood-Schifino's got 24 points.
What would this game be like without their easy points off of turnovers? Boy, it's made matters a lot easier for them offensively.
Ooh, poked away. And here we go again. The Lakers on the break. And he hammers it home to polish off the break.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points, while the other guys struggle to keep up.
When you look at all the turnovers, boy, what a way to drive your coach crazy.
Yeah, your game plan means nothing if your players can't execute.
The finish! Ripped down the breakaway slam.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
A chance to get a quick injury report. We got a chance to check up on Anthony Davis' status. Allie?
Thanks. I caught up with the head athletic trainer from the Lakers. He said it's a sprained wrist. Doesn't look like any torn ligaments, but considerable pain and swelling. Recovery time is still up in the air, but guys, one thing's for sure, a return tonight is out of the question.
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Grant.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
Here's McBride. The Lakers getting their last shot to go. Here we go, all alone, by himself. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Now here's Hachimura. He's scoreless to the middle. Good on the bucket.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. The Lakers getting their last shot to go. Outside Anunoby. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Vanderbilt. It's February. Let's see how things are shaping up in the East. You take a look at the Knicks, sitting in 7th place right now. They'd like to climb up the standings.
You know, for the Knicks, they've had some terrific moments this season. But where's the big leap upward that we've been waiting for?
Yeah, and you know, we've seen them enough to know by now they're not going to make that switch from good to great at this point. Not this year, anyway.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Now here's Anunoby. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, the NBA draft is now split over 2 days. Commissioner Adam Silver said second-round picks have become increasingly important, and this allows teams more time between those picks, as well as a chance to reassess after the first round. Also, given the level of interest, it merited primetime coverage and exposure.
All right, Allie, thank you. It's been a hit.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Reeves against DiVincenzo. The ball's knocked loose. Yet another steal from him. His anticipation has been off the charts.
Off the charts at DBA. I mean, he's just taking the ball away with ease.
Every trip up the floor gets more and more important.
Yes, indeed. They badly want to stop the bleeding here.
Nabbing another steal.
Got to be careful around him.
Man, he's been incredible at coming up with steals.
Always a focal point for this offense. Reeves is on another level tonight.
A minute and a half left in the third quarter. DiVincenzo pass to McBride. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go. With a brief pause, here are the most difficult teams to score against over the last 10 games. The Lakers, number 1.
The teams they faced over the last 10 have to be wondering how long this brutal defense is going to last. There's no let-up in these teams. They play with tenacity throughout.
DiVincenzo against Reeves. 6 to shoot. Oh, they get a hand on it. And stolen by Hayes. Hachimura with the ball. And Bridges picks him up defensively. Here's Chapino. Again, the Lakers. All right, right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Lakers.
I like the fact that they've been very impressive at the defensive end. Tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
We're also finding a lot of points tonight off transition play. Running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
Now here's Vanderbilt. He's got 9. They get the rebound. Second shot opportunity. And the layup is good. Vanderbilt's got 11 points.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Anunoby can't get it to go. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Hey, expanding his range. Gets the 3 to fall. Chifino's got 43 points.
35. What's up? Thanks for the 100%.
Flat out torching this defense.
Vanderbilt against Anunoby. No good, and they can't put it into the drought.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Hayes for 3. And so it's Los Angeles. And they're up an insane amount going into the break. Really mucking it up on defense. Active hands, multiple efforts, forcing turnovers. We'll be back in a moment. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. We've got Justin Holiday, also Cameron Payne out there, and it's Sims in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 for New York right now. Got a piece of it. The Lakers, another fast break opportunity here.
And I'll tell you what, the way they're able to pressure the ball and those quick hands, that's what led to an opening.
You know, you push it after a steal, there's almost no chance the defense can get back and recover.
Reddish has gone 4 for 4 shooting tonight. Now here's Payne. Outside Holiday. Inside, here's Bates Diop. Wood grabs the board.
That's 2 points they should have had. I'm sure he'd love to get that look again. They're showing off his sneaky athleticism. Connect fears no one when attacking the basket.
When you're casual with the ball, it can come back to bite you.
Yeah, B.A. Playing loose can help you and hurt you. They really need to tighten it up.
And it's the Lakers on the break. Jumps up, and Wood with the stuff.
How about Wood running the floor? Since he would get an easy one if he got up and down, and he sure enough did.
And New York has possession. Now Payne. They're running. Pushing it up now. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Here's James. And it's James with the jam.
James has this athleticism to his game. He can get up there when he wants to.
2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Here's Payne. Now the Lakers moving it up. And here's Connect outside. And Los Angeles with another 3.
Their defense is getting beat up the floor, and no adjustments have been made at all.
Payne against James, looking to end the run. The shot by Payne, no good.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass. Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
He's a living highlight reel. Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. James, that's good. James has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And their transition offense triggering this run.
James brings the double team. Here's Daguerre. And you see player trading methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, B.A., what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes. In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
You know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
Now here's Payne. Here's James. And slam dunk by James.
I think we can say that shot is well within his range.
Yeah, let's hope so.
And especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam.
And it's the Lakers on the break. He's all alone. And it's James with the jam.
And guys, this is why coaches value playing with pace.
That really has been the difference. I mean, they've been the better team in transition.
Now here's Payne. 1:49 left in the foul. Oh my
goodness! Damn! This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
Here's Payne, following the score by Los Angeles. Here's Sims, pass to Payne. And there's a 3-second violation.
That's a costly error. Let's see how they bounce back.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
So both teams making some changes here. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Outside Vanderbilt takes a 3. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Lakers.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And when we look at their record, this game pushes them to 49 wins.
And so that wraps up the season series between these two clubs. And they must be pleased to have finished things off at 2-0 against New York.
1:02 left in the game. Holiday looking for an opening. And stolen by Wood. And Reddish, here we go. Puts it up. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Now here's Payne. Out to Bridges. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Holiday, guarded closely. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
And he makes it.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
So So we see the Lakers taking the W here. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, DA. It was in enemy territory.
I want to thank the New York Knicks for hosting this game. Sorry we had to beat y'all 142 to 0. I see you next time go around.
Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. This is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
All right, y'all, I'll be right back. Alright, let's see who we got next. Alright, we in Charlotte. Lakers receive oh man, it's chilly. Put my hoodie on. I still gotta go downstairs and check the mail.
It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And reporting from the sidelines all game long, we've got David Aldridge. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Austin Reeves. Hachimura out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Jackson Hayes. And it's Vincent in at the 1. And for the Hornets, up at forward, it's Miller and Bridges. Trey Mann is out there with LaMelo Ball. And it's Richards in at center. We're only around halfway through this very long season, GA. This is when the grind, I think, really kicks in.
Yeah, you think about the physical and mental toll this game takes on you. And I miss being out there, but man, I tell you, it can be a grind.
So off the tip, it's Charlotte. Bridges with it. Outside, Ball.
Let's see what you got, Charlotte.
Miller against Hachimura. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. A brief moment here to recognize a player that's really been getting it done. He's earned the Player of the Week in the Western Conference.
All right.
You can see how valuable he is to the team with the amount of offense that he generates. Rarely is there a bucket where he didn't have a hand in creating it.
Rocket 2. They swipe it. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Hayes the pass to Vanderbilt. Sinks the triple.
The first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
Now, here's Ball. He's a player that you can only hope to slow down. He averages nearly 28 points a game. And Hayes throws it down.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Ball feeling it out a bit. Bridges gets the ball. Miller outside. Knocks it loose. Shot clock at 5. And they're on the break. A finish. A huge slam. The perfect end of the fast break.
Using leverage and positioning to his advantage, Hachimura is able to knock the ball away from the opponent.
Looking at the Hornets, Greg, they're still in pursuit of their first trip to the NBA Finals.
And Kevin, I hope it happens soon because their fan base deserves it. They've stuck with this team through some difficult years. It's about time they get rewarded.
Lakers have got their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Here's Vincent. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. They defeated Indiana in their last one.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
It definitely made things easier for them. When the other team is just handing you the ball back, you got to make them pay for it.
Los Angeles on D. Here's man. Vanderbilt with the block.
Good block.
Pass to Vincent. And here's the stunt to finish it off.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
And here is Ball. Against Indiana, he was really on his game. Bridges deciding where to go with it. No good again that time. Lakers have got all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. And here's Reeves outside. Pops in the tray.
Yeah, complete focus right now. Such an impressive start to this game. 100% from the field.
And here again, Los Angeles in transition. Up the court they go. And Hayes puts it down.
I like their focus coming in. Specific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Hornets trail by 17. Now here's Ball. There's the pass to Vanderbilt. Again, the Lakers. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them.
And the Hornets call time here.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Good timeout, if you ask me. They have the momentum, and coach wants to find a way to try and stop it.
a switch. Brown's checked in. This pause in the action gives us a chance to see the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers this month. The Lakers, #1.
They're taking advantage of every mistake that their opponents are making. I mean, they're really converting points off those turnovers.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. No one near Reeves as he lets it go. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And just a great job of controlling that defensive backboard, then getting out in transition. That's been the difference.
And Reeves comes to help. Man passes to Brown.
2 minutes remaining.
And now the fast break. Hachimura with the ball. And a dunk by Hachimura.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their play.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Here's Man. He's defended by Reed. Man passes to Miller. Can they get it? And the Hornets miss again.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
And another basket for the Lakers.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
Brown, no good. LA's done a perfect 4 of 4 from beyond the arc. A lot of their points coming by way of the 3 in the first quarter. Hayes the pass to Vanderbilt. To the middle. Here's Reeves. Connects in the foul line jumper. That's now 8 points for Austin Reeves.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Pass to Richards. Vanderbilt against Bridges. A rebound by the Lakers.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
From deep, Reeves. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying on just the 3.
Man with it. He's defended by Reeves. Offensive rebound. Here's Richards. Off target at the rim. And here's Los Angeles now. This one's for 3. And it's Austin Reeves with the 3. Reeves has got 14.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
And the buzzer sounds in the first, and we got a blowout underway here. Los Angeles on top, delivering the blowout. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
Richard, we know how hard the game is to play, but I think we also know how hard the game is to officiate.
I agree, Kevin. I think the one thing about basketball is that it's constant movement. There are plays happening all around the referees. It's not like football where every 45 seconds you run another play. In 45 seconds, you could have had a different 5 or 6 possessions. That puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the referee.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Wood. Then it's Austin Reed. Then there's Christie, and it's Reddish in at the 3. Now, here's Reddish. Following the miss by Miles Bridges. Reeves can't hit. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for Charlotte. We'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Passes it to Martin. Here's Richards. Good covering. They get a hand on it. Fast break. Here we go. For the finish. And finished off by Wood.
Gotta know where Wood is in these situations. A threat to score when the break is on.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Ball against Reeves. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And Reddish with the slash.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play. Then the emphatic dunk.
Yeah, once he posted away, you knew what was on his mind.
And it's the Lakers on the break. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. What do you got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, we all know the Lakers have to pound the ball inside. LeBron James says, we have attackers. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're not shooting 40 to 53s a game. We don't have the luxury of being that team. Working it into the paint, that's what we're really good at. Kevin, they play with strength.
They got a lot of strength. Got to do it. Thanks, DA. And here are the Hornets now. And it's the Lakers on the break. By himself, rips down the breakaway slam.
The endless energy of Austin Reeves doing it on both ends.
So it's the Hornets now. I know Reeves has been accused of hunting fouls before, Richard. Do you see that?
Oh, I don't know if it's all on Reeves. It's just the way the game is played. Great players learn how to put you in position to foul them. The goal of the game is to score, and if that's hunting fouls, then hunt away.
4 on the shot clock. Ball fires from way outside. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the New York Knicks. Reeves
I missed that.
Trying to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And pushing it up Los Angeles, the Lakers again in transition.
You gotta love his hustle, leading the defense in no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Fast break for the Lakers. Reddish with the ball. And it's Martin picking him up. Reddish's shot is good.
This isn't a tough case to crack. If they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on D.
Nabbing another steal. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Ball, the pass to Richards. The layup off target.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
And it's in there.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. 2 minutes.
Ball against Reeves. Now, here's Ball. Defense is right there.
Man.
Reeves with it, and it's Martin picking him up. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Always ready to put the team first. Reeves wants the ball in the hands of the most ready scorer.
The Hornets have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Here's Martin. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep in the second. The shot. Again, Los Angeles.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Here's Charlotte now. Pass to Richards. Now the dish to Martin. Takes it inside. Christian Wood grabs the rebound. Reeves outside. Shoots over ball. And the Lakers take down 2 more.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
It's caused them to pull away a bit. Let's see if they can keep the train on the tracks.
Now here's ball. Still scoreless. On the wing right. Vanderbilt defending. Pocket 4. Here's Bridges driving inside. Can't get it to fall. Los Angeles has gone 6 of 8 on 3-pointers in the game. An outstanding 75% mark. And finished off by Wood.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their play.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
And it's the Lakers on the break. And finished off by Wood.
Changing hands quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, and that's made a huge difference. They're making the most of the chances on the break. Transition just decides more games than people think.
Austin Reeves has been on display for LA. And of everything he's doing well, it's his scoring that you point to first. Already 22 points in this game. We'll return shortly.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. It's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, give us your take.
Watching that half, they did a great job in transition. It's so hard to score in the half court when you let your defense set up. So anytime you get a chance, go. You go. Kind of reminds me, everybody call me the Jet. Get down the court fast. Come on.
And Big Fella, your thoughts on the Hornets?
Definitely they need to get out on the 3-point shooters and contest. This is what happens when another team identifies your weakness. It just keeps hammering them.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Austin Reeves really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
The Lakers with the ball. Up it forward, it's Miller and Bridges. Ball out there with Trey Mann. And it's Richards at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Charlotte.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Here's Mann after the made shot from Christian Wood. It's hauled in by Wood. Vanderbilt the pass to Reeves. And again, it's the Lakers.
And the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And it's the Hornets ball. One-on-one fast break. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Yes, sir. And Reeves is on a tear. Every time he touches the ball, this man's looking to score.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And it's the Hornets with the ball. Here's Mann. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And the Lakers having the change here. Hayes is checked in. finishes it. 7 points in the game. Reeves finds Hachimura. Drills it from outside. Hachimura's got 5.
Their execution after halftime has been excellent, making their first 4.
Now, here's ball. Defended by Vincent. Now, Miller hasn't made one yet. That's tipped.
Perfect timing by Hachimura. What a block.
And here's the Lakers. Right now, they're on a 9-0 run. And
good save.
Reeves touched it last. And the voting for the dunk contest is just about over. So let's bring up the leading contenders for you. Boy, with the players on this list, you know this year's contest is going to be a fun one.
It is. And with their places in the contest almost wrapped up, I'm sure these guys are working on their moves already.
You look at Miller, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
And we're getting closer and closer to having our contestants determined. So be sure to stay tuned as we'll be bringing you updates very, very soon.
And partner, if we had the contest today, I'd be happy with the group we have right now.
Over the last few years, Hachimura has gotten more comfortable in these catch-and-shoot situations.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Reeves with it, now guarded by Ball. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
For Charlotte, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. And there's the pass to Richards. Knocked away, taken away by Hayes. And they're moving it up. Here's Vincent, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Man can't hit. Here's Los Angeles now. They're rolling here on a 15-point run. And Hayes kicks to Hachimura. And again, it's the Lakers.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. For the NBA, content continues to be king. Commissioner Adam Silver says the biggest issue for streaming services is what's called churn. To cancel is just a click. So, it's more pay-for-play these days. We have to focus on people staying with you and having great content throughout the year. Kevin?
Yeah, you know, he's doing a great job, isn't he, David? Thank you so much. Here's Richard. Rui Hachimura picking up that last basket. Just 3 to shoot. Stolen by Reeves. Jumps up. Finishes the break with a slam.
Pure effort play by Reeves, not allowing the defense to stop him.
And there's a minute 45 left to play in the third. And the official signaled a backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Reggie Jackson.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And Hayes puts it down.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? 1:27 left in the third. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Reeves. Vanderbilt the pass to Reeves. And again, Los Angeles with the triple. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the pass play. Well, if you don't take care of the ball
Fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Here's ball after the basket by the Lakers. Miller outside. Just 5 to shoot. To end the run. Vanderbilt with the block. And he gets it back.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
He's the pass to Vincent. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Poke loose. And here we go. Lakers running again. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And a deep 3 from Ball. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Austin Reeves has been on display for the Los Angeles Lakers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll get you back to the action after this break. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
Shout out to the one.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So the Lakers 5 right now. Wood out there with Rui Hachimura. Then it's Lewis. Then it's Connect. And it's Trevino in at the point. And the officials call for a 3-second violation. When you compare, Richard, the NBA to the other major sports leagues, you have to be proud of the way things are run.
The NBA is a global league that focuses on global expansion, more so than any other major sport in the United States. And when it comes to the players, there isn't a league that treats their players better.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Poked away. Here's Connect, guarded by Jackson. And that one is good.
Around 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Here's the one. Kicks it out to Henderson. 6 to shoot. Here's Smith. Christian Wood grabs the rebound. Wood's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. 3-pointer. Buries the long-range jumper.
And he's the main reason they have the lead right now. He's been perfect from the field, literally.
And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking coming up for the Charlotte Hornets. On Wednesday, they'll host the Toronto Raptors. Then on Friday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
Knocked loose, stolen by Lewis, and now running up the court. Lewis pushing it up. The fast break ends at the rim with the jam.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Charlotte. They have yet to put up any points here in the 4th. Fast break, the Lakers. Here's Javino. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And you like to see that from Connect. Found the man with a better look.
It's tipped. And here we go. Lakers running again. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
And this is why turnovers give coaches and fans gray hair.
Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here we go. One-on-one. Here's Connect. Again, Los Angeles.
And guys, you have to say this run really triggered by their transition offense.
They're having trouble stopping this run.
And the more trips they continue to come up empty, the more the pressure builds on them.
Here's Connect. And Connect slams it in.
Rising up. Dalton, Connect.
Now here's Jackson. He's guarded closely. Pass to Smith. And the NBA last season, Richard, really emphasizing it's an 82-game league. And I know you love that.
Oh, that is my favorite thing. I was taught by the legends of the game that you go out there and play every single night that you can. At some point in time, the sports and science team realized that it is very difficult to be a professional. But I stand by. 82 games is an achievement that very few can achieve now.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
Fast break, the Lakers pushing it up. Goes up, and down it goes. Done through off a wonderful assist.
As we see Connect expand his game, Dalton will get more active as a passer.
Hood Javino's gotten all three of his shots to fall for him. 3 for 3. And Gibson gets the mark.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Back to Gibson. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Miles Bridges, he's checked in for the Hornets. Hayes, he's checked in for the Lakers. .156 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Connect. And he drives in, and Connect slams it in.
Oh, good take. Early in his career, Connect's been focusing on his hands.
Smith with it. Gibson passes to Smith. Dishes it to Jackson. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. They need this one. It's deflected.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Lakers.
And, guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category. They continually put pressure on the defense.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-game.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Austin Reeves.
His overall stat line really says it all. I think a triple-double game for him, getting it done everywhere on the floor.
Here's Jackson. Rui Hachimura picking up that last basket. Driving the lane, and Hayes puts it down.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game, saving the best basketball for the end. Always smart.
So it's the Hornets following the bucket by the Lakers. Here's Javino, and he jams it with authority.
And
and they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
Now, here is Smith. Misses from short range. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Hachimura, again, Los Angeles.
There are so many ways Hachimura gets the job done.
Tipped away. Stolen by Connect. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things can
And
so it's the Lakers taking the Charlotte Hornets for most in this game. Sorry, we had to beat you on 129-10. See you next time go around.
And just completely took the crowd out of it. That's how to get it done on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching tonight's game on 2K Sports. So long.
Let's see who we got to play next. Righty. We back home. We got Denver coming to us. B. Lopez, T. Smith for Rui Hachimura and Cameron Reddish. No. Today is the deadline. We would like to stop simulating to next month. No. Because I'm not getting rid of none of my players.
Welcome to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a peek into the locker room. Players soaking in the last few moments before the game. Some final preparations here.
Oh, LeBron suited up tonight? LeBron, you got to be on your game tonight, bruh.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. Tonight, we've got the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Denver Nuggets. I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sideline, we've got Allie LaForce. Now, Denver's starting five. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Luke Kennard out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Brown in at the small forward position. And for Los Angeles, Austin Reeves out there with Gabe Vincent. Then there's Jackson Hayes. Then it's Rui Hachimura. And it's James in at the four slot. If you like slow-paced basketball, you've come to the wrong place. These teams love to run.
Oh, they love to run. I mean, these teams score a great deal of transition baskets. They want to use their speed, their quickness, and attack the defense before it gets set.
Tip-off goes to Denver.
All right, let's go.
Now Murray. What a tremendous game he played against Portland. Here's Jokic. Second chance effort.
Yep, good.
LeBron with the rebound.
right, let's go.
Here are the Lakers with the ball. Vincent outside.
Got back up.
Oh, he dancing straight down.
All right, Vincent.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boy.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring line.
Murray passes to Gordon. Tipped.
0 for 3 from the floor so far. Not the start they had in mind. They need to just take a breath, reset, and keep things simple.
Count it for Vincent.
Vincent. Okay.
About a minute played here so far in the first. Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of
Brian, that was all you, dude.
Here's Jokic, an important scorer for this team, averaging around 25 and a half a game. 5 on the clock. There's the block.
Not an ideal start for them.
All right, Brian, that's all you. All right, Brian, there you go.
A little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with the Lakers head coach, and obviously facing Nikola Jokic was the first topic of conversation. Coach told me they don't hand out MVP awards. The Joker is one of the most talented players in league history, and he's 7 feet. It's unreal. In terms of how to stop Jokic, he laughed and said, I don't think anyone has that answer, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
LeBron, come on, man.
First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Knocked loose. Murray passes to Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. With 1 on the clock.
And you see that in building their lead, they've done an impressive job on the defensive glass. They haven't had that much success in the paint.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front, and trying not to look back.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Now a timeout.
On the timeout.
Last encounter was in Denver.
Yeah, I think they'd like to forget that game. You usually want to find some teaching moments, but in this case, it might be best to just destroy the tape.
Well, everyone has off nights. They just need to make sure that they bounce back strong.
February, the power rankings tell a pretty complete story of the season so far. You look at the Bucks. They're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Checking out the Lakers, they've really exceeded all expectations, showing they're capable of so much more than some believe.
Now here's Murray. Looking at his scoring efficiency, he's averaging around 29 a game. Pass to Brown. Kennard outside. Just 5 on the clock. From deep three-point land. Out of bounds, it'll be Lakers ball. Will stand in the highly competitive West. The Denver Nuggets continue to distinguish themselves.
Well, Brian, they are unquestionably a top team in their conference, and they're proof that smart front office decisions and patience really pays off in the long run.
He buries it from three.
This game's taken on a whole new look thanks to this run.
Yeah, but we know momentum can flip the other direction very quickly. You can't get complacent now.
Shots blocked.
He certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Going inside, and he dumps it down.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Now here's Gordon. Still without a bucket. Pass to Jokic. Here's Brown. Outside Murray. To halt the run. Oh, Denver gets it back. Kennard with it. He's covered by Reeves. Tipped away. Benson passes to James. Up and over Gordon. Again, the Lakers.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Now a timeout called by Denver. All right, Grant, as we get geared up for the home stretch, what are you looking for right now?
Health is number one for me. Teams have their full complement of players is key. As we head to the playoffs, it's about attrition. Which team can stay healthy?
Wherever they are going, Hero Pocket Insights can help you securely connect your business with the game content. All delivered with a single
Watson comes in for Brown. Saric, pass to Watson. Here's Murray. He's covered by Vincent. Back to Watson. Shot clock at 5. From deep three-point land. It's hauled in by Reddish.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, baby.
That's one of those heat check shots. And heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
The systems certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Here's Kennard.
Great block. Sending it right back. LeBron fears no one.
Strong is checked in for Denver.
Bravo.
1:03 left in the first quarter. Murray. It's deflected. Now here's Reeves. Tight defense on him. Let's go with a 3. And Los Angeles, another 3. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Their defense has been really impressive, especially the number of blocks they've managed to get. It's not easy to keep denying guys at the rim.
You know, they've also been very effective at running the floor. Just a ton of points in the fast break. It's been a big part of their success.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Still without a basket in the game. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Left side Reddish. Lets the three fly. That nice feed that time from James. James has got his third assist of the night. To stop the drought. Rebound, the Lakers.
They keep going back to the same person expecting a different result. He hasn't scored the entire period. They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
And the buzzer sounds to win the first, and we got a blowout on the way here. The Lakers on top, running away with this one. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. Just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead here.
I'll tell you what, throughout the first, they did a great job of just running their offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
James is out there with Rui Hachimura. And it's Gabe Benson, and there's Jared Vanderbilt. And it's Christie in at the shooting guard position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
You love the unselfishness, makes the next pass, and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Benson passes to James. Oh, he's been flawless tonight. 6 for 6.
That in-between distance is a tough one to master. Not for LeBron, though.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
KBA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop leaders. They look for 4 qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and the absence of some deficiencies. Ryan, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie. Here's Murray. The Lakers getting their last shot to go. James with the rebound.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
The deep three. Christie's shot is off. Here's Brown. Drives to the hoop. Rebound by the Lakers. Coming off a win against the Hornets.
And we all know that on the road, you don't usually look so comfortable on the offensive end. That was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
Another steal. And he throws it down with one hand.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points, while the other guys struggle to keep up.
Now here's Murray. Still no points. Vincent passes to Vanderbilt. Count it for Vincent.
How many transition points are they going to give up? This is insane.
They're having very little success right now.
And they really could take a different approach, right? Find something that works.
That's 10. Yet another steal from him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Good job, man.
And that nice steal was able to get their break going in a hurry.
And for a coach, you always appreciate when you're able to turn a stop into a score.
Here's Strawler. 11 points for him last game against Portland. All by himself. He goes up and he caps off the break with a monster slam.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal, then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
So it's Denver now, following the score by Los Angeles. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's James.
James!
What an athletic slam by LeBron, showing these young guys how it's done.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now here's Murray. He's covered by Vincent. Murray, no good.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Vincent passes to Christie. Again!
Good job, Christie.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Now here's Murray. Yet to see a basket. Here's Brown. Pass to Strother. Clock at 6. Another miss. Boy, they're in a funk right now. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 5 from outside the arc in this one. Here's Christie. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
And it's Hachimura on the drive. And here's Vanderbilt from the arc. He's in his start this one.
They continue to lose the turnover battle.
And it's Murray with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Coming off a win against the Blazers.
Great offensive game plan in that one. They put their guys in positions to succeed, and it really paid off.
That was the kind of win a coach takes pride in. You lay out the strategy, and the players execute perfectly.
Just 4 to shoot. And they force a shot clock violation. Great feed. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Denver Nuggets. On Friday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the Sacramento Kings. And on Monday, they'll be taking on Chris Middleton and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And looking at the Wizards matchup, on paper, they should be expected to come away with a win. However, this might be one of the best games they are truly engaged.
Ron got 17 points.
Incredible. No misses thus far. A major reason they lead.
Here's Hachimura. Again, the Lakers score.
Hachimura, good job.
Defensive pressure has given them the advantage here.
The Nuggets have got nothing to go in this quarter. 0 for 5. Now here's Murray. He's guarded closely. Will it go? Henson grabs the miss.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Hachimura from long range.
Hachimura, good job.
They've settled into this game. You can see the offense is on fire.
Yeah, and that is key for them. Continuing to build out this lead.
Now here's Murray. No points yet. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Ooh, both away. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there.
It's so easy to get frustrated when you make mistakes, but you have to keep battling.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum shifter, but it's time to refocus, make smart decisions, and start fighting their way back.
Here's Christie. Here's Reddish.
Good job, Reddish.
Reddish has got 9 points.
In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
Why? It's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. Lakers ahead, running away with it. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Well, I'm here with Mike Malone, and Coach, dribble penetration has been a problem for you. How do you creep back into this game?
Yeah, they came out, punched us in the mouth. We just have to do a better job one-on-one containment. And when somebody does get beat, somebody's got to provide help. Right now, we're just playing all late defense. They're killing us.
You'll have to throw the punch first in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He ended up with 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 steal. What you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Lakers?
They obviously trusted some people. They were firing it from every angle and kept hitting the target. I mean, look at the score. Obviously, a lot of things went right for them. That's a big thing.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Well, their slugging play really surprised me, especially the turnovers. No matter who they had out there, they never seem to be. Their only hope is to make every possession count, and that means taking care of the ball.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spot, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And there's a bevy of young talent in the NBA right now. Who are you most excited to see grow into the stars, Stan?
Well, what I'm really excited about, Brian, is to see which of these young talents become true stars, transformative guys. Certainly, Chet Holmgren and Wembanyama have already had this great rivalry. Scotty Barnes has become the next big point guard. You see Anthony Edwards, Paolo Banchero. There's a lot of guys that could be the guy, and it'll be fun to find out who actually develops into that play.
As the torch is passed, who's going to take the mantle? On the court for Denver. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Jamal Murray out there with Luke Kennard. That's Brown in at the 3. LeBron, he's checked in for the Lakers. Now here's Murray. He's closely guarded. And out of bounds, Denver will have it. And check out the NBA's top 3-point shooters over the course of the past month. And you look at Vanderbilt, he is downright lethal from distance, ranking first in the league in 3-point percentage. And of course, Rui Hachimura, he's hanging with him. Another guy who is lights out beyond the arc.
Their consistency from range is unbelievable. It's what every team in the league is looking for these days.
And so it's James with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. This James on the wing. Shoot from the baseline.
Good job, LeBron.
Yeah, very hot start out of halftime. Making their first 3 shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
Murray scanning the floor. Kennard outside. To end the run. Knocked away.
Wait a minute.
No, they battled on the glass, but they couldn't knock it down.
That halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors. Starting off the second half with 3 straight misses.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Aaron Gordon fits perfectly with this team because of his lunch pail approach. Coach Michael Malone said, I think Aaron Gordon is a prime example of somebody who's truly selfless. He does the dirty work for us, and a lot of times he doesn't get the credit he deserves.
Good job, LeBron.
Not today.
That's right. Good call, Allie. Thank you.
They've been unable to get guys back up court.
Jokic against Hayes. Shoots off the step back.
Good block.
Well, 4 field attempts to
Good
start
block.
this. Not what they wanted out of the locker room.
James passes to Hayes. Over Murray. And it's Hayes. That time on the assist by James.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Here's Christie, and there's the drive, and there's the slam to finish it off.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
All by himself. By himself. Throwing down.
Good job, Chris.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
The Nuggets have gone 0 for 4. Not the way they want to start the second half. Gordon, the pass to Murray. Six on the shot clock.
Where you going?
Got a hand on it.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Hachimura outside. Shot on the wing. And
good job, Hachimura.
Their success from mid-range has really set them apart today.
Hachimura's gotten everything to go. 5 attempts, 5 makes. And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession. Next checked in for Hachimura. Jordan's checked in for Denver. Chanchar comes in for Brown. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Murray against Reeves. Shot clock at 6. Hook loose. Murray from outside. And it's connected with a rebound.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to
be moving. Good job, Reed.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
Reeves has gotten all 3 of his shots to fall. 3 for 3. Kennard with it. Picked up by Reeves. Kennard can't get it to go.
Well, his lack of offensive contribution has definitely been felt tonight. They could have used way more.
Running at every opportunity. They have a huge edge in transition points.
Here are the Nuggets with the ball. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half. Here's Gordon. They can't stop the run with that one. Los Angeles has gotten all 3 from downtown so far in the second half. And the powerful
good job, Chris.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Now here's Murray. Still without a bucket. Jordan misses. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
If things are definitely working offensively, a balanced attack is just so important. Known as a jump shooter, Connect is improving around the basket.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Oh, he goes
good job, Connect.
Two-handed slam.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal, then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Here's Murray, following the score by Los Angeles. On the wing, Murray. 5 to shoot, and stolen by Hayes. Now, here's James. He's got 21.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. The Lakers on top, opening up a huge gap. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports.
Good job, boy. Them Lakers is something else.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive.
All right, let's go, yeah.
Connect's gotten everything to drop so far. Shooting 4 of 4. We've got Jared Vanderbilt. He's out there with Cam Reddish. Christian Wood out there with Connect. And it's Hood Schifino in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
Hey, guys, this is why coaches value playing with pace.
Yeah, they have made the most of their transition.
And here's Kennard. Knocks it loose. And it's the Lakers on the break for the finish. And the finish on the break with a slam.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hop, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. Here's Stroller. No good with a layup. Vanderbilt with it. There's the drive. And yep, it's good. Schifino's got 6 points in the quarter.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Outside Reddish to the right side. Lets it go.
Vanderbilt.
There's another one for the Lakers. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Lakers.
Well, their shot clock. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
And also, attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
And the basket by Wood.
They have really ramped up the pace.
Graham, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
Here's Reddish.
And Los Angeles, another three. He's been so aggressive on offense. And with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Here's Watson. And again, it's Denver missing. Now Los Angeles with it. They've gone on a 13-0 run. Pass to Reddish. Fires for three. Green just fifth shot in as many attempts.
Back-to-back threes. Making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Here's Chanchar, guarded by Vanderbilt. Chanchar's shot is off. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Here's Reddish. And another three for the Lakers.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
The Nuggets have gotten nothing to fall in this fourth quarter. 0 of 5. Pass to Jordan. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. The layup misses. Reddish passes to Wood. Wing shot on the way.
It's the Lakers. They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
The one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Here's Stroller. Pass to Kennard. To snap the cold streak. It's hauled in by Reddish. Here's Connect. Here's Wood. And Wood!
At 6'10", dunking is effortless for Wood, especially when he's given this type of positioning.
Wood's gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Here's Stroller. Second chance shot. And
good block!
And the ball goes out of bounds.
Good job,
Wood. Some changes for Los Angeles. Hayes comes in for Wood, and Reeves is subbed in for Hood Schifino. Murray's checked in for Denver. Here's Strother. And
good block.
Rejection. Pass to Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
Good job, Hayes.
It's like he's doing pull-ups on the rim.
Looked like a schoolyard playground right there. A minute 31 left in the fourth quarter.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Lakers.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be
Vanderbilt.
And so they powered through to their 51st win of the year.
And with just one game left to play between them, they've captured the first two meetings of the year.
Here's Connect. Oh, and that one.
Good job, Connect.
Powered it down.
Well, scouts were buzzing about Connect's ability to attack the rim with a ton of ferocity. Now we see it in person.
Murray passes to Jordan. Oh, they get a hand on it. And stolen by Hayes. Takes it inside. And
good job, Hayes.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Pass to Chanchar. They need this. Rebounded by the Lakers. 30 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Connect.
All right.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Now here's Watson. Reddish covering. Got a piece of it. 6 to shoot. Pass to Strother. Can't cash it in from close range. And so it's the Lakers easily
I want to
grabbing
thank the Denver Nuggets for coming to LA Staples Center. Sorry we had to keep y'all 132 to zip. See y'all next time go around. I want to thank my fans for coming in. DD Lawrence, Jacqueline underscore, K underscore Dunn, Living with the Maniacs. Thank y'all for coming.
Not trying to set a message, just trying to improve every time we get an opportunity to come out.
I'll see y'all later for the last.
We've been doing some good things the last couple months,
but
we still got a lot of work to
games.
improve, and hopefully we can continue that.
See y'all
Your team gets better
next
every game.
time.
That's a message that people like to see and hear. Thanks so much, LeBron.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And
for the next 3 games.
Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
All right, let's get this. Okay, the next 3 games for tonight, we have for February 14th, Valentine's Day, we have the New Orleans Pelicans coming to LA. Then February 18th, we have Detroit Pistons. February 19th, we in Utah before the All-Star Weekend.